This your favorite nephew cousin, right? We had him because it's Wednesday. Yesterday I was giving y'all those Tuesday jams, and I was telling you, trying to beat your. I was pretty much giving you advice on how to beat your personal best in life. You know, just practice and practice and practice and practice and all that. Yeah, that's good stuff. God, yeah. We got him because it's Wednesday. Sometimes you got to get over your fear of public speaking. Yeah, I like that one. That was a smooth one. Yeah, sometimes you got to get over your fear of public speaking. Um, I know what I'm noticing in the generation that we have now, or the times we're in now, a lot of people kind of, that's a lost art. People kind of don't really work on that, or just don't feel like they need that. But public speaking is important, especially if you trying to do something in life that reaches the people. At some point you're gonna have to talk to the people. Yeah, and I ain't saying you got to spend your whole life trying to. Oh yeah, I mean, unless it's something you struggle with, unless you do have speech problems or get anxiety with big crowds and speaking. Like seriously, I think it's important because it's one of those things. A lot of times people overlook this lost art because they so used to social media. They trying to 9 times out of 10, they don't even be their problem. Their problem is honestly just being able to connect with people on a level that's deeper than small talk. Knowing how to read the room or not knowing how to read the room, right? Publicly speaking it's something that you can easily practice, but once you actually get out there and actually talk, especially if you have anxiety or especially if you don't like big crowds, it's gonna show, right? But the one thing you gotta do, like I was telling you yesterday, practice, practice, practice that and know and this may sound cliche, but I've said it before, know your audience. Know who you're talking to. Exercise the fact that you can talk about things and then be willing to study things that you need to talk about. It sounds self-explanatory to me, I guess, because like I said, I be doing this, right? But nah, it's something serious that you probably do need to work on. It's a skill that you need to have, especially if you're trying to change the world. Change the world and have a plan for something. Eventually, you're gonna have to talk. Eventually, it's gonna get to a point where more people are going to be invested in want to hear what you have to say and want to hear how you actually think. It's important to, like I said, know your audience. I would say stay on task and then crack a little joke every now and then, right? But you know being also clear and concise with your words, looking at the crowd actually, being able to speak from yourself clearly to the point that you probably don't even need the microphone. Now that comes with time as well. But working on public speaking is like a hidden gem, lost art to me. Because a lot of people, you can get your practice, like I say, doing this or just literally knowing how to have deeper conversations on the regular, being able to talk about almost any and everything, you know, and being clear and concise in that message. You don't even have to. Honestly, with public speaking, you think you gotta have a huge speech 9 times out of 10. You just really gotta address your, like I say, know your audience, address your issue or your statement, and then keep it not even short and sweet, but keep it, detailed enough to where people like, hey, okay, yeah, I feel that, and then keep it relatable. You're good. You're good. But like I say, I think people be, nervous, having the pregame jitters, scared they gonna mess up. I mean, you're talking. You mess up in conversations in general. But it's one of those things I would just say focusing on your, like I say, your audience, your topic, be a little, I would say be enthusiastic about what you're talking about as well, and then sticking to the point and having it concise and clear in your message, and then crack a joke every now and then. Yeah, but public speaking, they and the sad thing about it is people don't believe me. They actually have classes on public speaking, right? You could take a class, after you. I think they probably. I want to say they probably haven't at this point. They probably do have some in high school now, but I know for sure they have college courses. At least I hope they still have. Yeah, and just check on that and try to see what you can do on that. I think that's real. I think that's a real good tool to have to be able to speak amongst the people, relate to them, be relatable, um, understand what's going on, and being able to reach people, and yeah, just reach people. And if you could do that, I'm pretty sure all the other stuff is gonna fall into place. But this your favorite nephew cousin. Seriously, consider about working on your public speaking. And we're out.